Dr. Samuel Ayetitu, Chairman, Lagos State Chapter, Nigeria Institute of Public Relations. Thank you for your time this morning.
Good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Joke.
Thank you.
Good morning, viewers.
So you call it LAPRIGA?
Yes, LAPRIGA.
Lagos Public Relations Industry
Gala and Awards.
Gala and Awards. So tell us what this whole preparation, how is the preparation going? What's the event about in the first place?
Okay, so LAPRIGA is an annual event that is hosted by the Lagos State Chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. This is the 10th edition, and that is a very important point to note. And it's essentially a gathering of active players in the communication industry, especially public relations practitioners, to celebrate themselves, to put themselves at the focal point, especially when it comes to showcasing excellence, showcasing ingenuity, showcasing creativity, and everything that public relations stands for. So it is an opportunity for professionals to send in their work as entries, what they have done that they think is significant enough for them to be celebrated as award winners. So we have several categories. Year in, year out, we have upped our game in terms of expanding the award categories to take care of other stakeholders and other issues that are emerging, because the practice of public relations is a fast-growing practice. You know, the profession is largely technology-oriented. The advent of technology has gone a long way to shape and change the way that public relations practitioners go about what they do. So recently we have had calls to introduce award categories that address this, especially talking about AI. So our members send in their entries. We have a selection panel that looks at the entries and checks them against certain parameters and select those that are deemed fit to be invited to the award as nominees. And the nominees are announced at the event, and then the awards are presented. But by and large, the major thing to say here is that that event is the biggest, the most glamorous event that brings public relations professionals together every year. And this year's edition is coming up next week, 12th of December, Friday, at the Muson Center, Lagos Island.
So how many people are usually listed for these awards? Like the categories that you look at when the industry is wide, so there's a lot of things that I'm sure that you celebrate. You celebrate excellence for one. That's what is sure. Yeah. But what are the categories of the awards that that needs that careful selection process? Okay,
thank you. Just before I talk about the award categories, it's important to note that this year's edition is themed Nox Excellentia, which means Night of Excellence. I've just been reminded by that, going by what you just said now. We are celebrating excellence, and like you said, this will cover various aspects of the PR practice. So some of the awards are essentially meant for public relations agencies and consultancy services providers. Some of them are meant for individual public relations practitioners. Some of them are meant for brands that have, in one way or the other, shown that they follow the process and ethical standards that public relations recommends in terms of reputation building, in terms of how they engage stakeholders, and other issues that are related to the PR practice. Roughly, this time around, we are going to be giving out about 40 awards.
Wow.
The entries are usually in excess of 150. And then as we speak, we have already reached a stage where we are contacting those that are supposed to be in the hall to receive awards. On the 3rd of December, we closed the entry and nomination portal. The selection panel are already rounding off their work, and everything seems to be set for us to put up the best La Priga ever on the 12th of December.
Okay. More than 150 categories, 40
entries.
More than 150 entries,
yes.
40 categories.
Yeah.
That's quite a heavy one. How do you manage that?
You know, like I said, it's the 10th edition, and what has happened is that we have expanded the scope year in, year out, and that's how we grew the award event to the point that it is presently. So we endeavor to start early, and we encourage our members to send in their entries as quick as possible. We are also leveraging technology to collect, analyze, process, and come about judging or assessing the entries that we receive. So our selection panel usually begin their work some months before the award, the event day proper. So as we speak, I can assure you that many, if not all, of the things that are supposed to be done in order to ensure that the outcome in terms of the results are fair, that they are just and acceptable to stakeholders have been taken care of. So we are managing it. NIPR is a big organization that has a lot of resourceful members who are actually responsible for many of the great things that you see happening out there. So it will not be a thing of surprise to see us doing our own thing at a top-notch level.
Right, and what do the judges look out for in their work? It's a lot of work by what you've said.
Yeah. Categories, the criteria.
The criteria, what do they look out for in the people that have submitted entries?
Okay, so for each category of the award, there are certain things that are expected for the entries to reflect. So, and it varies from one entry to the other, from one category to the other. But notwithstanding, I can touch on the one that is generic, that applies to every category. For instance, it's expected that someone who is sending in entry must be a member of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, not just a member. He or she must be a member that is in good standing, that's talking about financially and in terms of participation in the chapter's activities. So, and then essentially we are looking for work that reflects things that are not ordinary, not everyday thing. We are looking for creativity. We are looking for ideas that push the frontiers of the practice. So that is a key thing among the things that we are looking for. So we are also concerned about the impact and the effect of your work. So if you say that you have run a campaign that is titled so, and this was what you did, we are looking ultimately at what impact did that campaign have, and then we have parameters to check that. At times it's about how it has added to the bottom line of the organization that you are working for. At times it's about what how the public received that particular campaign. So there are different things that we look at in that light. So those are just part of the ones that comes to mind. And of course, that work that you sent in for this year's Lapriga, for instance, must be something that you did within the last, between January and December, such that someone does not put in a work that was done previously, which probably had been assessed or may not be now current or relevant to what you are looking at the moment.
I see that on your website, lagosnipr.com. You have, of course, the Lapriga, thing right there on the landing page. But I also see that people can nominate. Is that still active?
There are just about 2 or 3 of the categories that nominations are not essentially by entries. Okay. So that's why you are still finding that there. But even those ones that are nominated by people is not open. It's actually between ESCO and some stakeholders in the chapter who are able
who are professionals and can assess correctly.
Yes, who have the competence to say that this person has contributed to the development and growth of the profession in so and so ways, and we think that such a person should be considered for recognition.
I'd like to take you up on 2 issues very quickly. They're similar. One, how are we pulling in young people into reputation management? Because I would say that that's one of the most critical things that the PR industry is doing, managing reputation and all of that, and perception of people, corporations, organizations, and all of that. How are we pulling young people in? Because when you see what's going on online, you're wondering whether they themselves bother about their own reputation, much less anyone else's or any organization, any other organizations. Then you also talked about technology. What are the trends that the Lagos NIPR, because I'm almost certain that Lagos is always taking the lead, in that regard. So what are the innovation that people should be looking forward to in the year ahead? But start with the young people.
Okay, that's a very germane question. The first thing to say is that reputation management and perception management is right at the heart of the practice of public relations. And our society at this moment is at a point in history where a lot of focus has to be on the younger generation. And this is for 2 reasons. Number one, the future of the country is in their hands. Number 2, they are obviously the set of people that are most active on the digital platforms. So NIPR has recognized this to a large extent, and that is why we have chosen to focus a lot on the younger people. And how are we engaging them? So we are making effort to ensure that we bring them into understanding the ethics of public relations and the need to develop their skills and participate within the communication landscape in such a way that they don't fall into the trap of being in the bracket of those who are misinforming the public, who are shaping narratives that can bring the country into disrepute, because these are all there are major issues in public relations ethical standards. The danger is that if the younger ones are not engaged as quick as possible, they can grow up to engage in the kind of activities that will become difficult for us to manage in the future. So we are talking to young people at the university level who are in training, communication students. A lot of them attend our programs. We make it a point of duty to not just invite them, we mobilize them. And we have a lot of opportunity for training and grooming that are focused at shaping them properly for the challenges that are ahead as far as the public relations practice is concerned. And then you spoke about Lagos State Chapter and how we are applying ourselves to ensuring that we take very good advantage of the technological advancements that are happening now. So, like I said earlier, it is actually difficult for one to practice effective communication or dish out public relations deliverables without being technology savvy. So what we are doing is to, from time to time, upscale the skills of our members and assist them with all that they need to know in order to function accordingly and effectively using technology. Like you said, Lagos is the place where most things happen first, especially good things. So we are actually at the forefront of ensuring that the best of digital approach to delivering public relations products are coming from our end. And our members are right in that space, and they are actually showing the way and leading others. This, again, can be confirmed from the various products, activities, and deliverables that our members bring out. Some, if not a major part, of which are going to be responsible for what we are celebrating on the 12th of December.
Yes, so let's close on that. Final, give us more information about just for those who may have missed it. When is this happening? What is happening? When? What time? And all that.
So this year's Lagos Public Relations Industry Gala and Awards, LAPRIGA, is the 10th edition. It's happening at Mozon Center, Onikon, Lagos, on Friday, precisely next Friday, the 12th of December, 2025. Is going to be the biggest ever. It promises to be one of the biggest events that Lagos will host around this season. A lot of notable names at individual and corporate level are going to be participating, and we are expecting to have a show that will be the talk of the town. So all public relations practitioners are enjoined to register to attend. On our portal, you could find information on how to pick up a ticket, and members of staff of channels are invited. Ayo, you are a member.
We know
that we are going to see you.
We need the gold card for that one.
Of course, yes.
Thank you so much for your time this morning. Dr. Samuel Ayotutu is Chairman, Lagos State Chapter, NIPR. We appreciate your time again.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with LAPRIGA.
Thank you.